Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Now joining me is Justin Lewis with KIS Futures. Justin, thank you very much for being on with me this morning.
Well, thanks for having me. Good to be here.
Well, let's jump right into it. We're going to talk about what exactly is the CME feeder index, and what does that mean for our customers at home?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the feeder cattle index is compiled over 7 days. It's compiled 5 days a week over 7 days in 12 state areas. So we've got basically the central United States where all the feeder cattle are. And it's really weighted toward Oklahoma, Texas, and Kansas because that's where the bulk of those cattle are. And it's all of the cattle from 700 to 899 pounds. It's medium 1 and medium 1 and 2 steers. So it's really just like the lot loads that are sold on Superior. And really the cattle that are sold on Superior for immediate delivery also go into that index. So it's really reflective of the cash market. And so yeah, it's kind of the basic of the basis of the whole futures contract is based on the feeder cattle index.
Well, for folks at home that are Superior customers, hedging and futures, how can they use that to help them in their operation?
Yeah, that's a very good question. It really goes hand in hand with Superior in a lot of ways. So before you sell your cattle on Superior, maybe it's a month, 2 months, 6 months out. You have the option to use the futures to hedge them before they go into the video auction. So what you would do is let's say you're selling cattle in August. We don't have a sale for August yet on Superior, so you could actually go to the August futures contract and either sell a futures contract or buy a put option to protect them. Now, when you do go to the Superior and sell them on the video, at that point, you no longer need the hedge, so you would have to get out of the futures contract because at that point you have a forward contract with the video auction. So make sure you get out. You don't want to be double hedged. You don't want to keep your futures and then also have the forward contract because you're double hedged, and that's not what this is about.
Well, and if we ask you to kind of look in your glass ball, everybody at home wants to know as we're getting started in this new year, we're getting started with the bell ringer auction. Folks at home are anxiously awaiting. What do we have to look forward to in the feeder market?
Yeah, so this time of year, we typically, you go back 20 or 30 years and look at the averages. This is typically the highest time of the year, and it's a great time to sell cattle even, today. The problem with that is with the Omicron and Delta and whatever next variant's coming out, there's so many wild cards, and you get the Packer slowdown, the labor issues we're seeing right now. There's so many variables that go into the market. So you kind of like what you think is normal, there is no normal anymore, and I think everybody knows that. Typically, though, this is the hottest time of year. Typically, the spring, March, April, May, wheat pasture cattle is the weakest.
Well, we've used lots of, talked about futures and hedging, and there's, like you said, there's all kinds of, decisions that our customers at home have to take into consideration, and it really is important to have a trusted advisor. So if folks at home want to go find more information about KIS, where can we send them?
Yeah, so you can look online, KISFutures.com. We offer several services. You can get on our email list. We send out an email every morning. It's just bullet points. We have an app for Android and for Apple phones. And just give us a call. Go to the website, KISFutures.com.
Well, we appreciate you being here. We always enjoy coming to Oklahoma City and getting to see you guys here. And I know you guys are going to hang around today and visit with some of our reps. So we appreciate you guys being here with us. Stay tuned. After the break, we'll be joined by Charles Robert Stevens.